Welcome to my channel. My name is Jack, 23, a junior graphic designer at a small marketing firm and someone who had always lived in the shadow of conformity. I had a girlfriend, Isabella, who was ambitious, stunning, and had a way of making me feel like I was always falling short. I loved her deeply, but there was a side of me I barely admitted to myself, a side that thrived on feeling different. On days I couldn't explain, I'd sneak into Chloe's wardrobe. Not Chloe, my childhood best friend who had moved across the country, but the idea of her style, her bold colors and delicate fabrics had become a kind of obsession. It all started innocently enough. Chloe was the type of person who could turn a simple blouse into a statement piece, a pair of jeans into a work of art. I admired her creativity, and when she asked me to help model some of her new designs for her online boutique, I didn't think twice. "I need someone who can showcase the versatility," she had said over a video call. "It has to look natural, like it's actually being worn by a real person, not just a mannequin." I laughed nervously. "Okay, I can try." "Perfect," she smiled. "You'll love it. It's fun, trust me." I wasn't entirely sure what I'd agreed to, but her excitement was contagious. That day, I found myself pacing in my small apartment, staring at the clothes she'd shipped me. A delicate lavender dress, a soft pink cardigan, high-waisted skirts, silky blouses, and shoes I had to learn to walk in. The first time I touched them, my palms sweated. I wasn't a crossdresser, or at least I hadn't admitted it to anyone, but there was something intoxicating about holding fabrics meant to flow, to flutter, to feel light against skin. Isabella had been away at a work conference, and my apartment felt empty, quiet, and suddenly inviting. I unpacked the box slowly, examining each piece. The thrill of anticipation mingled with a pang of guilt. What if Isabella found out? I pushed the thought aside. Chloe trusted me, and I owed her that. Besides, it was just for a photo shoot, just a few snapshots. I stood in front of the mirror, holding the lavender dress against my chest. My reflection startled me. The soft folds, the way the fabric caught the light, made me see a side of myself I had buried. My heart beat faster, and a strange warmth spread through me. I had to try it on. The first step was awkward, fumbling with zippers and straps, but when the dress finally hugged my body, I froze. I wasn't just wearing Chloe's clothes. I felt like her, confident, elegant, and alive. My hands ran over the soft fabric, my lips curled in a shy smile, and for a brief moment, I forgot everything else. My phone buzzed with a message from Isabella. "Isabella, hey. Missing you, hope the apartment isn't too quiet without me." I quickly set the dress aside, my face heating up. "She can't know. Not yet."
"Jack. Haha, it's fine.
"Just catching up on some work." I stared at the screen a moment longer, my fingers itching to text Chloe, to tell her I'd tried the dress on. But I didn't. I felt a thrill that I couldn't explain, a secret all my own. The next day, I set up my phone on a tripod and began the first photo shoot. Chloe guided me over a video call. "Turn your shoulder a bit. Smile naturally. Pretend it's just you walking down the street." I followed her instructions, my hands shaking slightly as I moved, twisted, and posed. Every click of the camera felt surreal. Each photo revealed a version of me I had never dared to show anyone. I didn't just wear her clothes, I became her creation, a model in my own private world. When I finished, I sent the photos to Chloe. "Wow," she messaged almost immediately. "You look amazing. I might have to hire you full-time as a model." I laughed nervously. "It's nothing really," but the compliment lit a spark inside me. Something stirred, a dangerous, exhilarating thought. What if I could do this more often? What if people actually liked this version of me? The thought terrified me, and yet it thrilled me. Over the next few hours, I tried to rationalize it. It's just modeling, just photos. You're helping a friend. But deep down, I knew it wasn't just that. When I stood in front of the mirror, in Chloe's clothes, my reflection smiled back at me in a way Jack never did. It was Evelyn, confident, poised, admired, and alive. And the idea of showing the world that version of me, even just online, made my pulse race. Little did I know the photos I sent Chloe would end up online. Not just on her boutique page, but on Instagram. Overnight, a post showcasing my first few images went viral. The account tagged me, Jack, her inspiration. Comments poured in. Is that real? Your style is perfect. Wow, stunning. I stared at the screen in disbelief. My face burned. Excitement and fear collided. Everyone knows? Everyone sees? The reality hit me hard. I had agreed to model her clothes, but I hadn't agreed to become famous overnight. And that's when the first wave of real anxiety washed over me, and a small, undeniable thrill. Because for the first time in my life, people were seeing me, Evelyn, my secret self, and they loved her. But there was a catch. Isabella was due home the next morning, and I had no idea how I would explain any of this. The morning Isabella returned, my apartment felt different. Charged, electric, like a storm ready to break. My phone buzzed endlessly with notifications from Chloe's boutique, comments on my Instagram posts, and DMs from strangers asking if I was available for modeling. I tried to act normal as Isabella entered. Hey, I missed you, she said cheerfully, carrying her suitcase. Hey, welcome back, I said, my voice slightly tense. I avoided her gaze, unsure if she'd noticed the faint trace of lipstick still lingering from my last shoot. She frowned slightly. You look different. I froze. Different? Did she notice? Just tired, I guess, I stammered, forcing a smile. The truth was, I had never felt more awake in my life. The thrill of being Evelyn, the Instagram persona, the model, pulsed through me. Even simple gestures, like brushing my hair or adjusting my clothes, felt amplified, sensual, liberating. By the next evening, Chloe called. Jack, you have to do more photos. People love you. The boutique is exploding because of your shots. I hesitated. I don't know, Chloe. Isabella might see.
Oh, don't worry about that.
Just one more shoot indoors. No one will know. Her confidence bolstered me, but fear lingered. What if Isabella notices? Still, the pull of Evelyn was irresistible. That night, I laid out Chloe's newest shipment, a sleek black dress with intricate lace, matching heels, and a delicate silver necklace. I held each piece in my hands, trembling. The lace felt soft against my fingers, almost alive. I stripped into the outfit carefully, savoring the sensations. The heels made me teeter slightly, each step a thrilling reminder of the transformation I had embraced. I applied makeup with meticulous precision, eyeliner, mascara, soft pink lipstick, and for the first time, I didn't rush. Evelyn was emerging fully. When I looked into the mirror, I barely recognized myself. Jack had melted away, leaving only Evelyn, poised, confident, and magnetic. My reflection smiled back, daring me to post the photos, to let the world see her. The first set of images went online, and the responses were instantaneous. My inbox flooded with messages, admiration, curiosity, even invitations to small modeling gigs. Chloe cheered me on with every notification. But with every thrill came a stab of anxiety. Isabella hadn't noticed yet. Every sound at the door, every step in the hallway made my heart pound. What if she catches me mid-transformation? One evening, as I adjusted Evelyn's wig, I heard the unmistakable sound of keys in the door.
Panic set in.
I scrambled to remove the dress, wipe off the makeup, and shove everything under the bed. Isabella entered, humming a tune. Hey, I got some new shoes I wanted to show you, she said casually. I forced a smile, my hands trembling as I tried to act normal.
Cool.
Can't wait to see. She didn't notice, but the fear lingered. Every day felt like walking a tightrope. I wanted to be Evelyn, but I couldn't risk losing Isabella's trust. Chloe noticed my hesitation. You can't hide forever, Jack. The world loves Evelyn. You are Evelyn.
Her words gnawed at me.
Could I balance both identities?
Jack, the boyfriend, the designer.
Evelyn, the model, the sensation. Then came the first real test, a live video request from a boutique influencer. Chloe begged me to participate, promising it would be brief and anonymous. I stood before the camera, Evelyn fully formed, hair curled, makeup perfect, dress clinging just right. I spoke, laughed, posed. The adrenaline coursing through me was unlike anything I had ever felt. Every viewer's comment, every like and heart made my pulse race. But as the live stream ended, I caught a reflection in the camera lens. Isabella, standing in the doorway, phone in hand, staring. My chest seized. I can explain, I stammered, my voice shaking. Her expression was unreadable, a mixture of shock and confusion. Explain what? It's just modeling. Chloe asked me. I didn't mean to, but she didn't move. The room was suffocating, the air thick with tension. Later that night, alone, I reflected on my double life. Evelyn had become intoxicating, addictive. The photos, the fame, the admiration, they were all mine, yet they felt like stolen moments. And still, the fear of discovery lingered, growing sharper with every passing day. Then came a new obstacle. Chloe's boutique wanted a weekend shoot at a public location. I couldn't hide Evelyn this time. My hands shook as I read the email. This is going to be huge. The Instagram traffic will skyrocket. Panic and excitement collided. I wanted to refuse, but a small voice inside whispered, "This is your chance. Evelyn deserves this." That weekend, I stepped out into the world as Evelyn, heels clicking on the pavement, dress flowing with every step. People stared, some whispered, others pulled out their phones. A strange thrill surged through me. The mixture of fear and exhilaration was unlike anything I'd ever known. And then it happened. A stranger approached, holding a camera. "You have an incredible look. Mind if I snap a few pictures for my blog?" My heart hammered. One photo, and Isabella could see. One photo, and the secret exploded. But I didn't stop. I smiled, posed, and let Evelyn shine. The photos were taken, and the stranger left, promising to tag me on social media. By the time I returned home, the notifications had begun. Followers doubled, comments poured in, and Chloe's boutique was trending. Evelyn was no longer just a persona. She was real, public, and impossible to hide. That night, I stared in the mirror, Evelyn staring back at me. My double life had become dangerously thrilling, intoxicating, and terrifying. And I knew one thing for certain. Soon, Jack and Evelyn's worlds would collide in ways I couldn't control. The first time Isabella confronted me was subtle. A raised eyebrow over breakfast, a lingering look that made my stomach twist. But it wasn't until she found one of Chloe's boutique packages in the hallway that the tension erupted. "Jack, what is this?" she asked, holding the black lace dress I'd modeled the night before. Her voice was calm, but her eyes were sharp. I froze. My mind raced. Explain it, or risk everything. "It's Chloe's boutique. She sent it for a shoot," I said quickly. I was just helping her, just modeling for photos. Isabella's gaze softened briefly, then hardened. Helping? Or something else? Before I could answer, my phone buzzed violently. Another notification. My latest Instagram post had gone viral. The comments were everywhere. Admiration, surprise, curiosity, even questions about my identity. Evelyn was no longer anonymous. "Jack," Isabella said, voice low. "What are you not telling me?" Panic clawed at me. I can't lose her. Not now. I swallowed, trying to steady my voice. It's complicated. I just wanted to feel confident. "Evelyn, she's me." Her eyes widened. "You are Evelyn?" I nodded, afraid to speak. The weight of my secret pressed down harder than ever. The next few days were a whirlwind. Chloe demanded more shoots, both indoor and outdoor, and my followers exploded. Every post brought new attention but also new risks. What if Isabella saw me outside as Evelyn? What if someone I knew recognized me in public? The tension peaked when Chloe arranged a high-profile boutique event. I had to attend in person, dressed as Evelyn, in front of influencers, photographers, and the public. My hands shook as I slid into a satin teal dress, the fabric cool and smooth against my skin. The heels pinched slightly, but I welcomed the discomfort as part of the transformation. Standing in front of the mirror, Evelyn stared back, poised, radiant, magnetic. I took a deep breath, trying to reconcile Jack and Evelyn, knowing that one step out the door would mean facing the consequences of living both lives at once. The event was a mixture of exhilaration and terror. Cameras flashed, influencers gushed, and I smiled, posed, laughed, fully embodying Evelyn. Each compliment felt like a dagger of both pleasure and fear. I was living a dream, yet it was a fragile one. Then, disaster struck. A familiar voice called out from across the room. "Jack." I froze. Turning slowly, I saw Isabella, standing with her arms crossed, a mixture of shock, hurt, and disbelief etched across her face. The room seemed to shrink, every eye on us. Evelyn's confident facade wavered, replaced by the terrified, exposed Jack I had tried so hard to hide. What is going on?" Isabella demanded. Before I could speak, a photographer snapped a picture. The flash illuminated every detail: the dress, the makeup, the heels. The room buzzed with whispers, and I felt the full weight of my secret exploding around me. I'm Evelyn," I admitted, voice trembling. "It's part of me. Chloe asked me to model, and I don't know, I feel alive this way." Isabella's eyes welled with tears. "Alive? Jack, you've been living a double life right in front of me." I nodded, swallowing hard. I didn't mean to hide it. I was scared, but I can't stop being Evelyn. She's me. The whispers grew louder. Phones emerged from pockets. Followers recognized Evelyn and began filming, tagging, sharing. My public and private worlds collided in an instant. "People know," I whispered, my hands trembling. "Yes," Isabella said softly, voice breaking. "And now everyone is watching." The next hour felt like a lifetime. Chloe tried to calm the situation, insisting everything was just part of a boutique promotion, but the tension was undeniable. Influencers were posting live, strangers were commenting, and Isabella's stare burned into me. When the event finally ended, we returned to the apartment. Silence stretched between us. I stripped off the teal dress, wiped away the makeup, but Evelyn's presence lingered like a shadow. "Jack," Isabella began, voice quivering, "I need to understand why." I don't know," I admitted. "Evelyn isn't just clothes or makeup. She's me, confident, alive, brave. When I'm Evelyn, I feel free." Her expression softened slightly, but tension remained. "I want to support you, but this fame, the public, it's overwhelming. Are you ready for that?" I looked at the mirror, Evelyn's reflection fading with every layer I removed. I don't know, but I can't go back to hiding anymore." Just as relief began to settle, another knock echoed through the apartment. My heart leapt. "Who could that be?" Isabella whispered. I peeked through the peephole. A delivery courier, a stranger, holding a package addressed to Evelyn. My pulse spiked. Even after the event, my double life wasn't over. The package contained a letter, an invitation to an international modeling opportunity. A chance for Evelyn to truly shine, but also a risk that could unravel everything. I held it in my hands, torn between Jack and Evelyn, safety and freedom, love and ambition. Isabella's gaze met mine. "What are you going to do?" I didn't answer. My reflection in the hallway mirror stared back at me, Evelyn's eyes wide, challenging, daring me to take the next step. And at that moment I realized there was no turning back. The thrill, the fear, the transformation, it was only going to escalate. And one wrong move could destroy everything. Isabella, Jack, Evelyn, and the fragile new world I had built online. I held the invitation in my trembling hands. The envelope was sleek, elegant, a promise of opportunity, of fame, of Evelyn's full potential. Chloe's boutique had outdone itself this time, offering me a weekend at an international fashion shoot. A real stage, lights, cameras, and the world watching. But the reality crashed in immediately. Isabella was sitting across from me, her eyes sharp, yet full of concern. "Jack, do you even understand what this means?" she asked, voice low, almost trembling. "You'd be stepping fully into Evelyn's life. Out in public, recognized, tagged, photographed, everything." I swallowed hard. I know. But I can't ignore it. Evelyn, she's me, and this is the chance I've been waiting for. Her hands clenched into fists. "And what about Jack? Us? This double life you've kept from me? How do I fit into this?" I wanted to speak, to explain that Jack and Evelyn weren't separate, that Evelyn was Jack, just more alive, more confident, but my voice caught in my throat. How could I articulate years of secret longing, of hidden desire, of a part of myself I had only just embraced? I don't know," I whispered, barely audible. I can't go back." Isabella stared at me, silence stretching between us like a taut wire. Her expression was unreadable, hurt, confusion, maybe even anger, but beneath it, I thought I saw a flicker of understanding. Before either of us could process the moment, my phone buzzed violently. Another Instagram notification. Another stranger, recognizing Evelyn from the event, had posted my photos with Chloe's tag. Comments poured in. Admiration, curiosity, envy, excitement. Evelyn was alive, thriving, public, unstoppable. My chest tightened. Everyone knows now. There's no hiding. Then came the knock. One sharp, urgent rap on the door. My heart leapt. Isabella's gaze met mine. "Who is it?" she asked, voice tense. I swallowed. Slowly, I edged toward the door, trying to calm the pounding of my heart. Peeking through the peephole, I saw a figure I didn't recognize, tall, imposing, and holding a camera. The kind of person who could ruin everything with a single click. "Delivery for Evelyn," the stranger called, voice loud, casual. I froze. "Evelyn. They know." Isabella's face went pale. "Jack, that's your secret, isn't it?" My hands trembled. I glanced at the invitation, then back at her. "Yes, but it's more than a secret. It's me." The stranger shifted, lifting the package slightly. "You need to sign here. It's urgent." I hesitated, torn between hiding, running, and stepping fully into Evelyn's world. Every instinct screamed to retreat, but a small, daring voice inside whispered, "This is your moment. Don't hide." Isabella's hand found mine. "Whatever you do, don't let this destroy us. Don't let anyone take you away from me or yourself." I nodded, though fear surged through me like wildfire. I opened the door slowly, hands shaking, heart hammering. The stranger handed me the package, smiling vaguely. "Big things coming," they said, and with that, they were gone. I closed the door, staring at the package in my hands. Inside, Evelyn's future waited: opportunity, fame, risk, and exposure. One decision, one step, could change everything. Isabella's voice broke the silence. "Are you going to do it?" I looked at her, then at the mirror where Evelyn's reflection shimmered in the dim light. The confident, poised version of me stared back, daring me, challenging me. I don't know," I whispered, "but I think I have to try." Her eyes filled with tears, her lips quivering. "Jack or Evelyn, just promise me you'll be careful. Don't lose yourself in this." I nodded, but deep down, I knew that whatever choice I made next, nothing would ever be the same. Evelyn had emerged fully. Jack could no longer hide. The double life, the fame, the thrill, the danger, it had all spiraled into something bigger than I had imagined. And just as I turned to set the package down, my phone buzzed again. A new notification. A comment that made my stomach drop. "Is Evelyn single? I need to meet her." The screen glowed, and I realized the world wasn't waiting. Evelyn's life was here, now, and it was unstoppable. I glanced at Isabella, then at the invitation, then back at the mirror. And at that moment, I knew the next move would define everything: my love, my identity, and my future. The decision hung in the air, impossible to ignore. Would I step fully into Evelyn's life? or retreat to the safety of Jack? The answer wasn't clear. But one thing was certain. My world had changed forever.